وأسلم على المبعوث رحمة للعالمين سيد الأولين والآخرين محمد.
نستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا، إنه من يهد الله فهو المهتد ومن يضلل فلا تجد له وليا مرشدا، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، الواحد الأحد الفرد الصمد الذي لم يلد ولم يولد، الذي ألف بين قلوبنا فأصبحنا بنعمته إخوانا، وأشهد أن محمدًا عبد الله ورسوله أرسله الله بالهدى ودين الحق، فبلغ الرسالة وأدى الأمانة ونصح للأمة، فكشف الله به الغمة. فصل اللهم وسلم وبارك على هذا النبي الأمي الأمين وعلى آل بيته الأطهار وصحابته الكرام وتابعيهم والتابعين بإحسان إلى يوم الدين. ثم أما بعد، عباد الله. Dear brothers and sisters in Islam, it is really truly an honor and pleasure for me to stand before you here in this masjid that I believe I was blessed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to be a servant of this community for many years. And today we are also servants in different shape and in a different way. And it's a good thing that we start here a khutbah in English to appeal and cater to many English-speaking people and those who can't make it to the second khutbah. And inshallah ta'ala, with time, this number will increase bi'idhnillah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I thought when Sheikh Muhammad Musa asked me to deliver the khutbah in this masjid, I thought of a subject, a topic to talk about. And I wanted to talk about us as a community, the Muslim community. How can we come back together? How can we come back to the true message of Islam? Listen to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran. يقول الله تعالى: واعتصموا بحبل الله جميعا ولا تفرقوا واذكروا نعمة الله عليكم إذ كنتم أعداء فألف بين قلوبكم فأصبحتم بنعمته إخوانا وكنتم على شفا حفرة من النار فأنقذكم منها كذلك يبين الله لكم آياته لعلكم تهتدون. And hold fast all together by the rope which Allah extends for you, and be not divided among yourself. وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. And remember the favors of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala on you. وَاذْكُرُوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ عَلَيْكُمْ. For you were enemies. إِذْ كُنْتُمْ أَعْدَاءً. And He united your hearts. فَأَلَّفَ بَيْنَ قُلُوبِكُمْ. By His grace. And you were at the pit of fire. You were at the brink of a pit of fire, and He saved you from it. Through this message of Islam. By entering this new era of Islam. As we look around, brothers and sisters, today into the Muslim world, what do we see? We can vividly see the hadith of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam about us, that nubu'ah, تهافت عليكم الأمم كما تهافت الأكلة إلى قصعتها. People will be united and will be enjoying coming and eating us alive as a bunch of hungry men coming to a dinner table. And when he was asked, أَمِنْ قِلَّةٍ نَحْنُ إِذًا يَوْمَئِذٍ يَا رَسُولُ اللَّهِ. Why? Will we be a few then at that time? The Prophet ﷺ said, no, you will be plenty. 1.5 billion. In comparison to those few hundred people who Prophet ﷺ established his first government, his first nation. Few hundred. We're 1.5 billion people. وَلَكِنَّكُمْ كُغُثَاءٌ كَغُثَاءِ السَّيْلِ. You know, when there's in the river, you can see the white foam, the bubbles. It's empty, it's hollow, has no weight and has no value. It takes a space, but it has absolutely no value and no weight. And we've taken so much space in this earth today, and you look at the Ummah. So how do we come back? How do we come back and be united? We will not be able to come back, brothers and sisters, until and unless each and every one of us feel directly and personally responsible for the happiness of the whole Ummah. Directly. How can we be responsible? How can we feel that responsibility? How can we feel that we are part of this Ummah? Where do we fit within this Ummah? Anyone would ask himself or herself this question. What would make me feel that I'm directly and personally responsible for the happiness of the Ummah and the unity of the Ummah? Where do I fit? What do I mean to my fellow brother, and what does he or she means to me? Listen to the hadith of Prophet ﷺ when he says, Al-Muslimu lil-Muslimi kal-bunyan al-marsus. A Muslim to a Muslim is like one single structure, built-up structure. يَشُدُّ بَعْضَهُ بَعْضًا. It strengthens and supports one another. Look at the wall that made out of hundreds or thousands of bricks. Each brick supports the one on top of it and the one before it, underneath it. They are needed to be put in a certain way for them to form a strong wall, a strong structure. And then we put that seal between them, the cement, and that seal which unites us is that love and passion and respect. So, who are we? We are ukhwa, we are brothers, we are mu'mins. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّمَا الْمُؤْمِنُونَ إِخْوَةً. And this is something that we have to learn first. That إِنَّمَا الْمُؤْمِنُونَ إِخْوَةً. If we are mu'mins, if we consider ourselves mu'mins, then we are brothers. And what is the relationship between those brothers? Prophet ﷺ explained that. لَن تَدْخُلُوا الْجَنَّةَ حَتَّى تُؤْمِنُوا. You will not enter paradise until you become mu'mins. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, إِنَّمَا الْمُؤْمِنُونَ إِخْوَةً. So, حَتَّى تُؤْمِنُوا, until you become mu'mins, until you become also feel that brotherhood among each other. What does that mean? وَلَا تُؤْمِنُوا حَتَّى تَحَابُّوا. You will not be considered mu'mins, you will not be given that title until you love one another. So what brotherhood in Islam means? It is that psychological deep feeling of passion and love and respect for those we are connected with. And the basis of what? The basis of social status, the basis of wealth, business, the basis of controlling, and what basis? Those who we are connected with, and the basis of faith. And the basis of faith. Those who we consider brothers and sisters. And once we establish that, have that feeling of compassion and love and respect, what is it going to lead us to? It's going to lead us to, or brings about, noble emotions and leads to great behavior. When we behave with one another, when we deal with one another, it will lead us to have the ability to forgive one another and have mercy on one another. And also it will lead us to stay away from anything that might hurt a brother, a fellow brother or a fellow sister within the community. That's what that feeling of brotherhood, that feeling of passion and love and compassion will bring about. Will bring about everything that is good, everything that can unite us and keep us away from everything that will hurt this relationship and will divide us. That's what brotherhood is all about in Islam. So let us see how the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was able to unite those bunch of individuals who would never be able to meet and unite otherwise. First, Prophet Muhammad ﷺ did that in 3 phases. The first phase was in Mecca, when he united between a group of people who were considered back then in that caste society in Mecca, masters and slaves. Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was able to unite them, bring them together, to believe in one message, in one God, and to feel in that setting, in that room, to feel equal. No rich and no poor, no master and no slave. And that's what kept many of the masters in Mecca away from this message. They welcomed the Prophet ﷺ to sit with them, but just keep those poor people away from you. Don't associate yourself with them. Like Suhaib, like Ibn Mas'ud, like Bilal, like Ammar. We will sit with you, O Muhammad. Just stay away from them. Don't associate yourself with them. Well, we're the masters of Mecca. We can't sit with those slaves and those poor people. Is this what the true message of Islam is all about? Absolutely not. It's not about social status. It's not about wealth. It's about faith. That's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala told His messengers, stay away from them. Don't listen to them. قال تعالى واصبر نفسك مع الذين يدعون ربهم بالغداة والعشي يريدون وجهه. واصبر نفسك ولا تعد عيناك عنهم تريد زينة الحياة الدنيا ولا تطع من أغفلنا قلبه عن ذكرنا واتبع هواه وكان أمره فرطا. This ayah is in Surah Al-Kahf that you read every Friday. And it reminds you what this true message is all about. And how the Prophet ﷺ was able to bring this group of individuals to make them one nation, strong nation. That was the foundation of what we are enjoying today. And withhold yourself with those who call on their Lord morning and evening, desiring His goodwill. And let not your eyes pass from them, desiring the beauties of this world. And do not follow him whose heart was made or we made unmindful of our remembrance. And he follows his low desires. وَلَا تُطِعْ مَنْ أَغْفَلْنَا قَلْبَهُ عَنْ ذِكْرِنَا. Those brothers and sisters who believed in the message of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ were all believed in it because it's the true message, not because they were expecting anything in return in this dunya. That was the only thing that made them enter this religion, is that the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the true message which made them all equal under the umbrella of Islam. Then what the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ did after that, he fixed the relationship between Al-Aws wal-Khazraj in Medina. Those two tribes who were fighting for decades. As the ayah said, اليوم الجمعة من حضر الجمعة وألف بين قلوبهم لو أنفقت ما في الأرض جميعا ما ألفت بين قلوبهم ولكن الله ألف بينهم. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is telling His Prophet that He united their hearts. And had you spent everything on this earth, all the wealth in this earth, to unite their hearts, you wouldn't be able to. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala united them. Those two tribes that were never united, they became united under the umbrella of Islam on the basis of faith, not anything else. They forgot all that social status. They forgot all their differences. What brought them together to become Muslims? The faith, that message, that one true message of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala made them brothers and sisters. And then the last phase, when Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam united between al-Muhajirin wal-Ansar, those who migrated from Mecca and those who received them in Medina. I want to tell you this story. Abdurrahman ibn Auf said, when we entered Medina, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam united me with Sa'd ibn Rabi'. He connected both of us as brothers in Islam. As you know, the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he united all Muhajirin and Ansar, and he started pairing them. One from Ansar and one from Muhajirin. You're going to be brothers. So they were helping each other. So he paired between Abdurrahman ibn Auf and Sa'd ibn Rabi'. As you know, Sa'd ibn Rabi' was the wealthiest person in Medina. So he came to Abdurrahman and told him, Ya akhi, I am the wealthiest person in Medina. So I'm going to divide my wealth between me and you. I'm going to give you 50%, half of it. And I have 2 wives. I want you to look at them. Which one you like more? I will divorce her, and once she completes iddah, you can marry her. So Abdurrahman said, Ya akhi, I don't need any of this. Just show me the market in Medina, if you have a market. And he showed him the market. What would make someone like Ibn Rabi'a to be willing to give half of his wealth to another person that he just met? He does not know. What would make him do that? Brothers and sisters, it's the true feeling of a brotherhood, the true feeling of love and passion that would make someone like Sa'd ibn Rabi' to be willing to give up half of his wealth to someone who just met. Because this is what Islam is all about. This is what Islam is all about. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, or actually it's one of the scholars, my apology, one of the scholars was talking to his friend, and he was telling him, if 2 Muslims meet each other and smile in each other's face and shake hands, their sins will be forgiven. So his friend told him, just by smiling and greeting each other and shaking hands, their sins will be forgiven? He said, yes. Have not you read the words of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, لَوْ أَنفَقْتَ مَا فِي الْأَرْضِ جَمِيعًا مَا أَلَّفْتَ بَيْنَ قُلُوبِهِمْ. If you spend all the wealth on earth, you would not be able to unite their hearts? It is so hard to unite between the hearts of people except on the basis of this faith, this deen. So for us to be united, that means we understand what it means to be a Muslim. That's what it means. And if we are divided, that means we are following this faith blindly. We don't even understand what it means to us. We don't understand what it means to be a Muslim. It means that I don't understand that the person sitting next to me, to my right and to my left, in front of me, behind me, and everyone in this masjid and everyone in this community is my brother. That I have to respect and love and stay away from backbiting them or hurting them. That when I see them in the street, I smile right away and go to them and shake hands with them. That's what it means. This is what the true message of Islam is all about, brothers and sisters. For us to come together as a community, to love one another, to respect one another, and to believe that we are equal under the umbrella of Islam on the basis of this faith. أسأل الله سبحانه وتعالى أن يجعلنا ممن يستمعون القول فيتبعون أحسنه. استغفر الله. الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه ومن صار على هديه ثم أما بعد. If we look at our community in comparison to other communities in this country or worldwide, we find out that we are in a very good shape. We believe in one faith, we follow one Quran, we believe in one God. We come together as a community. And this is good. This is a good start. But if we compare ourselves to the first generation that graduated from the school of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, then we know that we have a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. Brothers and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with His blessings, united between us. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala blessed us with this message of Islam. Blessed us with this messenger, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. We are enjoying what millions of Muslims have sacrificed to make this deen spread around the world. We're enjoying it today, and we are not doing anything, absolutely nothing, to fight for it. We just have to enjoy it, believe in it, practice it in our daily basis. For us as a community to be able to prosper and move forward and become more effective, we have to go back to the basics of Islam. We have to really simply just understand this message, understand the deen that we believe in, understand what the relationship, what is the fact or the nature of the relationship between me and you, between you and the person sitting next to you, whether he is from Pakistan or from Palestine or from Masr or Morocco, it does not matter. Whether he is rich or poor, whether he is a laborer or a doctor, it doesn't matter. Because إِنَّمَا الْمُؤْمِنُونَ إِخْوَةً. Ukhwa, what ikhwa means? They're equal with rights and responsibilities. The same right you have upon your brother, the same responsibility you have toward him. Let us go back and learn this and practice it, because it's easy to learn it. It's everywhere. You click on the internet and you see everything you want. All the hadiths of Prophet ﷺ, all the explanation of those scholars, all the Quran in the tip of your hand. It's so easy to access it. It's not about education. It's about practicing what you learn. And that's what the companions of Prophet Muhammad ﷺ did. Everything, every ayah, every hadith was given to them. They practiced it in their daily lives. That's what made them what they were. That's what made them, but they made them a great nation. That first generation, they practiced every little thing. They didn't know much. Most of them, they were not educated. They didn't know how to read and write. They did not know. Most of us are college graduates. It's not about education. We have that. It's about practicing what we learn, what we know. Going back to the basics. Let us go back to the basics. Become a united community. And this community, if it's united, and all other communities are united, then we become a united society and united ummah. And that's how we bring back this deen to rule, to where it's supposed to be and where it deserved to be. This deen came down as a mercy for mankind. Where is it now? It's not even a mercy for us anymore. Because we will be judged on the day of judgment. We will have to respond and answer to the questions of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What have we done with this deen? Did it really bring mercy to us? Did we practice it? I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to help us go back to the basics of this deen, to the true message of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, to unite our hearts, to give us this deep feeling of passion and respect and love toward one another, so we can have mercy and forgiveness on one another. We will be able to forgive and also to stay away from anything that might hurt our brothers. In our settings, in our evenings, when we are sitting together, sometimes we think it's funny. We enjoy talking about others. We think the only way that make that evening a pleasure evening or a fun evening is by just backbiting each other. Let us stay away from that, brothers and sisters. If I'm not watching you and you're not watching me, we have one who is watching everyone. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد في الأولين. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد في الملأ الأعلى إلى يوم الدين. اللهم ألف بين قلوبنا. اللهم ألف بين قلوبنا. اللهم ألف بين قلوبنا. اللهم احفظ لنا أبناءنا. اللهم احفظ لنا أبناءنا يا رب العالمين. اللهم كن للمسلمين وللإسلام في كل مكان يا رب العالمين. اللهم أطعم جائعهم واشف مريضهم واستر عورات نسائهم يا رب العالمين. اللهم ردنا إلى دينك ردا جميلا. اللهم ردنا إلى دينك ردا جميلا يا رب العالمين. اللهم وحدنا ووحد صفوفنا ووحد كلمتنا على دينك. اللهم اجعلنا محبين لبعضنا البعض. اللهم اجعلنا محبين لبعضنا البعض متآلفين فيما بيننا يا رب العالمين. وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم تسليما كثيرا. وأنت يا أخي أقم الصلاة. Brothers, inshallah ta'ala, due to the weather, Sheikh Muhammad Musa asked me to combine Asr inshallah ta'ala after Jum'ah. So after Jum'ah we will pray in Asr, Jum'ah Naqdi inshallah ta'ala.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة.
وسلم على المبعوث رحمة للعالمين سيد الأولين والآخرين محمد